opinion, she launched herself into her knee. She did. And I've seen some of the reaction online. And
Sophie Cunningham's injury. An injury analyst reviewed the footage and suggested it's unlikely to be an ACL tear, though it could be an MCL injury or possibly a knee dislocation. He noted that without scans or an MRI, nothing is certain, but based on camera angles, an MCL injury seems most likely. Cunningham was able to walk off the court, which is encouraging. However, the incident raised controversy after Bria Hartley appeared to launch herself into Cunningham's knee. To make matters worse, a photo surfaced showing Hartley smiling after the play, which many fans found disrespectful. Reactions online have been divided. While some expressed concern for Cunningham, others disturbingly celebrated her injury. Critics argue this reflects a larger issue within the WNBA, where physical cheap shots are too often overlooked. Fans have compared this to the NBA, pointing out that stricter enforcement prevents similar behavior there. Sports injury MD Brian Sutterer, who analyzes athletes, explained that
anatomy tool here, we're looking straight on at a right knee. That external impact is going to be coming in from the outside, and so that's going to hit the outside of the knee, and it's going to push it inward. That's going to be that valgus load. That valgus load, as the knee buckles inward, is going to potentially cause tension or stress on that MCL ligament that sits right here on the inside portion of the joint. The patella, sitting right here in this little groove of the femur called the trochlea, can displace out lateral to the side. That's going to be a patellar dislocation because, again, as that knee gets pushed inwards, the patella can sometimes pop out as it wants to get pulled lateral. Again, I don't think ACL is going to be too high on my list, but definitely a possibility with this type of mechanism. It just didn't seem like the exact right combination of forces compared to what we will typically see for a contact ACL injury.
So, after listening to Dr. Brian Sutterer's breakdown, the situation becomes a little clearer. The main possibilities here are an MCL sprain or even a patellar dislocation. Both of these injuries are painful, but they're not as devastating as an ACL tear. If it turns out to be an MCL issue, recovery could range from a few weeks to a couple of months depending on the severity. A patellar dislocation can also be managed, though it sometimes brings the risk of recurring instability. From a basketball perspective, this is still concerning because the knee is such a critical joint for lateral movement, cutting, and stability. But the silver lining is that the mechanism doesn't perfectly match a classic ACL tear, and that would have been the worst-case scenario. Right now, it's all about waiting for official updates and scans. Until then, the hope is that Sophie avoided the most serious outcome and can get back on the court sooner rather than later.